Kristen. Our team coverage continues now as lawmakers on Capitol Hill are looking for ways to stop deadly mass shootings like the latest one in Nashville this week. A senator from Massachusetts is among them, but his focus is a little different.
Western Mass News reporter Glenn Kittle joining us live in studio tonight with those details. Glenn.
Chris and Mary, Senator Ed Markey announced today his efforts to stop gun violence. He supports a federal assault weapons ban and universal background checks, but he believes funding to research possible solutions is critical.
We are here today because we are tired of tragedy, because we want to save lives.
Senator Ed Markey joined by mass shooting survivors and gun violence researchers to reintroduce the Gun Violence Research Prevention Act, a piece of legislation which Markey says will provide funding to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention to research gun violence prevention and bring data-driven solutions to the table.
In order to most effectively respond to our nation's gun violence epidemic and fill the data gaps caused by decades of inaction, we must authorize, increase, and regularize gun violence prevention research funding.
Markey says research into gun violence was held up for 20 years due to an omnibus appropriations bill. Now advocates are calling for answers to a problem which is now the #1 cause of premature death among kids.
One thing that we know is that this is the least researched cause of death in America of the top 30 causes of death. The least research. There's more research around sepsis. Y'all probably have to look that up, right? There's more research on that than there is on gun violence as a public health crisis.
Survivor of the recent Michigan State University shooting, Devin Woodruff, spoke about his experience.
My night, it turned upside down. I ended up that night crying, not knowing what I was going to do that whole night.
He and other survivors are calling for action in Congress for schools to be safer for kids.
We at MSU, we're struggling. Students are struggling. We don't know how to feel safe on campus. Even with the wounds that we're healing, Spartans' families will never be the same.
Senator Markey says the CDC did secure $100 million in research funding in 2020. However, he says more money is required to get to the bottom of the cause of gun violence. Reporting live in the studio, Glenn Kittle, Western Mass News.